visualizing.
Rachel, Kasuch, Germany, Spain. Guys,
Have you been to Germany, Spain?
No,
It's a pretty great place.
Really?
Very cool.
You haven't been to Germany, Spain?
Not
Germany
yet.
and Spain?
There's still time.
Right where they connect.
Quickly, hurry up. Guys, what a performance, what a movie. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You went to the premiere last night. How is it for you to see yourself, first of all, on screen, and then secondly, with all the audience you have there, specifically with a movie like that?
Yeah.
It's always a little nervous making when you're kind of like, oh, I haven't seen this yet. I hadn't seen it. That was the first time I'd seen the film. It was in front of 1,000 strangers, so that's always a little bit daunting. And you hope that that you're good. You know, you're never sure. Nobody wants to be bad in a movie. You don't try to suck, but you never know.
Would you have been more nervous if it was people you knew, 1,000 people you knew?
No, I would have been less nervous, because then I would have been like, they're my friends.
They love me no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I know 1,000 people.
I'm sure you do know 1,000 people.
Yeah, but I'm not friends with them.
Well, the friends we have
Exactly.
all on
Right,
social
yes.
media, right?
All of my social media people, which are 0.
So, but I mean, can you see yourself on screen, or you don't like to do that in general?
I don't
Or is there
like-
movies you don't watch? Let's say.
It's part of the deal. Like, I know some people don't particularly like. I don't like seek it out. I don't like watch myself when I'm not working, but I don't mind it. It's part of the deal. You know?
Yeah, there is definitely a difference between watching it like on a computer and then seeing it on the big screen, because like if you raise your eyebrow, that's like going up to
25
the ceiling.
feet,
Yeah, 25
yeah.
feet, exactly. So it in the big screen, I stepped out last night. I had seen it Friday, and which was awesome with a great crowd, but I had my family in there, and I for some reason got more nervous about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
They're very supportive. I don't know why I would
Had
get
they
more
seen it
nervous.
before? Or was
No,
that the
they
first-
hadn't.
oh,
It was
wow.
the first time, yeah.
So you left them?
Yeah, midway through, yeah, I was like, I'll be back.
And you did.
I'm gonna go throw up.
Yeah, exactly.
We see like the story of the movie is touching one subject very badly. I think is we're scared of being followed. I mean, obviously you guys are way more than me. Is that somewhat safe environment hotel now not so safe for you guys anymore? If you like, you've never see the mirror the same way again.
Well, there's certainly been obviously tremendous amounts of examples, even in recent history. With I mean, look, everyone carries a camera around with them at all times now, and from people getting their phone and their pictures hacked to people getting spied on through the people. It's like it's not new. It's just easier now because of the technology, and it's creepy. I wish it didn't happen. I wish people were better, but here we are. We live in this world. So it is weird. It is weird to be kind of constantly knowing that at any minute you could be on camera and it could be disseminated to the world in a snap of a finger. That's weird.
Yeah, I think definitely. It makes. I mean, in some ways, it does make people well behaved and do the right thing.
There you go.
But also, it's less adventurous, maybe. But it's an interesting time, and it's never. Yeah.
Ain't going back.
No, it ain't going back.
Do you think you can kind of somewhat, which is also subject of the movie, like the 60s, the hippie sect, but do you think we are living in our life, like the brainwashing happening in the 60s with that, do you think we're kind of living in that way now with the social media, with the internet, that we're kind of being brainwashed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can make that argument. I think that, we live in an incredibly kind of polarizing time in the sense of a cultural conversation. So you're either on one side or the other, and there's no middle ground. And I think social media only amplifies that. And further, what was meant to be a very democratizing thing, could give everyone a voice, has really just amplified both sides of the argument and driven everyone onto one side or the other of a fence. It's a big reason why I don't participate in it. It just doesn't interest me. But I do understand why it's appealing to people, because there is that dopamine hit of somebody likes me.
Yeah.
1 million people like me, 2 million people like me, 30 million people like me. I get it. It's it's hitting that pleasure center in your head. The only problem is it's not real. They don't really like you. They just want to see you in a bikini.
I might want to see you in a bikini. No, I'm kidding.
Well, maybe. Hey, price is right.
Talking of the Price is Right, you were a vacuum salesperson.
Yes.
So do you think you could sell anything, A, and B?
What do you got?
I don't know. What do you think you could sell? Well, you couldn't sell.
Well, you
couldn't sell social media, obviously.
I think I sold it in a certain way.
Fake, right?
I think part of being a salesman, part of being an advertising man, part of being anything that you have to convince somebody of your opinion is confidence. And I think as actors, we also have to display a certain amount of confidence. It's very difficult to get up in front of a camera and know that what you're doing is going to be broadcast around the world for everybody to see, good, bad, or indifferent. So you have to have a certain measure of confidence to do that, and that comes across as, as actors we're selling the idea of you buying this character, buying that I'm somebody else for 90 minutes. So I could probably sell stuff. I'm a pretty good salesman.
Is there something you ever sold before you became an actor?
No, I was never an actual salesman. I was a waiter and a bartender, and you have kind of a captive audience there, so you're not really selling anything. They've already decided that they're gonna buy what you're selling. So it's but again, you have to know your stuff and be prepared, and know what you're doing.
What about you?
I drove for this company called Hostel Hoppers here in LA, and it was basically back and forth between these two hostels on either side of the city. And in some ways they were like, we want locals to kind of like sell the cities, but in a cool way. So it's like within your experience, like that's where I first had my first beer, or that's
right.
where I first, I don't know, so it's more personalized. So you're kind of trying to sell the city, but that's a bit of a stretch. I've never quite had to know.
What about you? Have you ever been a salesperson?
I sold soccer balls on the phone.
You sold
Really?
soccer balls
And I
on the
was
phone.
really good at it too.
Phone soccer. That is literally the last thing I would have ever guessed.
Why? What would you have guessed that I can say?
I don't know, but not soccer balls over the phone.
What was your secret weapon? What would get him hooked?
I don't know. I was able, pretty much every call I did, I sold it. I don't know why.
Really?
I did. I sold
Great.
like 10.
Good
like
voice. You got a
pieces
great
of 10.
voice.
Yeah.
Got a great voice.
Maybe I should try other things.
Ew.
So you guys, when you go to a hotel, which you obviously a lot, do you bring something with you, and what do you take away from the hotel? Steal?
I don't steal anything. I have too much stuff already. I don't need any more stuff. I don't really bring anything. Unless I'm going to be there for a long, long time, I generally don't bring anything. I think hotels are generally meant to be a very transitory experience anyway, so you're kind of moving through them rather than staying in them. If you're staying in them, something has either gone horribly wrong in your life, or you're working on a movie, and something's gone horribly right. So it's one of the two things. But you can go a little crazy if you stay in a hotel too long. That's why I generally don't like doing it. But
So what's your cutoff time?
a week, longer than a week, I think you go a little bonkers, because you've already gone through the whole room service menu. You kind of start to know staff at the hotel. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? What's up? You get close with the cleaning lady. You're like, can I give you my stuff to wash? Is it okay? You're out of clothes. You're just like, a week is too much.
Okay, lastly, I have to wrap up. Selfie. Everybody wants a selfie with you guys. Who would you want a selfie with? Who would you want to have a selfie with? Other than me.
Evel Knievel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Evel Knievel.
Is he still with us?
No.
No longer with us.
No longer with his son is though.
Robbie Knievel.
Right?
I saw Robbie Knievel in
Really?
Las Vegas jump over a bunch of school buses. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Limousines.
Even cooler.
Evel Knievel, good one. Who do I want a selfie with? Neil Armstrong.
That's good, yeah. What about you?
Stepped on the moon.
I don't look good on selfies.
No.
You don't have to look good. Who cares?
No one looks good in
No
selfies.
one looks good in selfies.
Everyone looks like a thumb.
I did my
Yeah.
selfie like this.
Guys, wonderful performance. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.